Welcome back to another episode of Not Your Average Chad.
That's terrible.
Dad, and today we'll be talking about our first week of youth turkey season.
You always forget about me. Not your average Chad. What is that? Lord, it's been a rough one. This podcast may sound a little different. We don't have our fancy intro. And by fancy intro, I mean, if you didn't know, every time I just pick up a guitar and play that, it's not like pre-recorded because we are not that fancy. So I literally just have a guitar sitting next to me. I play that. I set it down while Joe's doing the intro. But it sounds a little different because we are in my truck. We've been hunting turkeys. Two reasons why it sounds different is we normally are using microphones, a little mixer, and for whatever reason, my phone decided that the cable plug doesn't work anymore, and all the recordings we do are actually through my phone. It's a whole setup, but so my iPhone isn't working. It charges with the magnet, but it doesn't charge with the cable. And long story, so wanted to get the podcast episode out, so we're sitting in my truck. Just got done, I'd say turkey hunting, but we just got done walking in the woods. And wanted to jump in and kind of just recap the first week of youth turkey season. And realistically, it could be really short. The recap is we haven't killed a turkey.
Or seen a turkey or heard a turkey.
It's been absolutely brutal. Joe's been a trooper. But anyway, what's your thoughts on the first week of turkey season? Yeah, trust me, I'm right there with you.
We pretty much went everywhere on the deer camp.
Yeah, it's been a rough week of turkey season in the sense that we're in Mississippi and the weather, it hasn't really been good to us. We got a decent opening day, but then that afternoon some rain moved in, and then the next day, which would have been last Sunday, absolute storm just rolled through. It was thunderstorms and rain and whatnot, so we didn't get out then. Monday morning, I guess I'm gonna do the recap of the week. You jump in whenever you want. Monday morning, it was like 31 degrees, and Joe was like, "I'm not going to chase turkeys in 30-degree weather," and I understood. So we actually slept in on Monday and jumped out and did a midday hunt.
Yep.
Didn't hear anything there.
Nope.
Tuesday, what did we do Tuesday?
We recorded a podcast.
No. We didn't record a podcast. We're recording a podcast now. No, Tuesday I actually needed to do a little work on my car.
And then we went to baseball practice.
Yeah, so we had baseball. So yeah, I did some wrench turning on Tuesday. We didn't get a chance to get out.
Oh, and on Monday we also... Wait, no, we didn't. We didn't do baseball on that day.
Yeah, they said it got rained out. We did baseball Tuesday and Wednesday. But we went Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we went Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week. And haven't seen, like we said, haven't heard, haven't even seen the traces of turkeys.
We've only seen like one pair of turkey tracks.
And they were old. I know turkeys are here, though. I have a honey hole. I call them a honey hole just because every year there's always multiple gobblers on this piece of property.
And it may or may not be the same place I kind of blew it.
Yeah, it's the same place Joe slept through a turkey coming in, if you listen to last week's podcast episode. If not, go back and check that out. But it's just, I call it my honey hole. It's nothing super special. But, I mean, I only have one game camera out, and I had three longbeards on camera on February 27th. And I know the turkeys live there, but they're not even talking. I don't know if it's early, but we've had a mix of, we haven't really had a good, crisp, sunny day. Like right now, we went out this morning.
And it was just overcast.
Massive overcast. It is crazy wind. It's not what you think of when you think of, man, these are great turkey hunting conditions. But I don't know if it's early. It's been a brutal week. We just haven't heard anything. And it's the first year of our lease that, we were hunting on a deer camp or lease or whatever you call it, and basically half of it got sold last year. So I lost a lot of turkey places. I mean, when we started in this camp, it was about 1,300 acres or so, 1,250, which was pretty decent. I don't want to say we're down to like 400. So it got basically cut in half last year, and I lost a lot of prime, just places where turkeys like to go. And it's, having to kind of move a lot, and you're just having to kind of catch them in passing because you don't really have enough. The way it's laid out, there's just not enough land that they're going to stay in whatever the little blocks are that we have left. So you're kind of having to time it right to where you're catching them in passing. It's fine. We'll be fine there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You keep yawning. But anyway, we've been bouncing forth. So we'll go place, try to hear one roost, give that a little bit of time, and then we'll go kind of run and gun. And
I like running and gunning more than
yeah,
sitting.
Joe gets really bored sitting. But yeah, so we've been bouncing all over trying to make something happen, and it hasn't happened yet.
Nope.
So what did I miss and all that?
You got a new crow call.
Oh yeah, I couldn't find my crow call, so I did pick up a new crow call.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all. And then we went turkey hunting this morning, and we went to another section, and then we walked in. We kind of sat on a tree and listened, and then we saw these two like ducks or geese in a nest. And then we kind of sat there for a little while, didn't hear anything, didn't see anything. Then we got up and walked back, and then walked on another road. And then we just kind of walked that whole time. We saw three trees that were chewed down by a beaver, and then we found a beaver slide. Then we walked some more, didn't really see anything or hear anything, and then we got back to the truck.
Yeah, the birds in the tree. I initially thought it was a roosted turkey because it was pretty low light, and I saw them moving, but it wasn't. And after I realized it wasn't, I lost interest pretty fast. One thing I have noticed, and for anybody that hunts with a kid, I'm pretty sure they can relate. Joe sounds like an absolute herd of cows or elephants walking through the
Blah,
woods.
blah, blah.
It drives me absolutely crazy. He's slamming his feet down.
Oh, and we also did spook a deer this morning.
Yeah, we did see a deer.
We didn't see a deer, we spooked a deer.
Okay.
And we also saw a deer at our house.
Is that where it was?
Mhm.
I thought I saw a deer. Anyway, back to Joe he is just ungodly loud when he walks in the woods. And it drives me, if there's one thing about hunting with this kid that drives me absolutely crazy, is that he sounds like a herd of elephants. And I'm like, son, heel to toe, watch where you walk. I've been saying this for how long?
Since I was born.
Yeah. I've been telling you now for 9 years how to walk in the woods. It hasn't stuck yet. So hopefully one day it'll stick, because anybody that hunts turkeys knows if you're super loud when you're walking, you can't hear everything that's going on. So I'm used to really I'm just used to hearing. And if I have an elephant behind me,
Or in front of
you might not pick up that distant gobble. And it drives me absolutely bananas. It's the only thing that really just gets under my skin that he does in the woods. It's ridiculous. And he tries to tell me that he walks heel to toe and he knows how to.
do.
No.
I do.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
Your heel to toe is straight up and straight down. You're not walking
It's like
quite.
this, Dad.
Yeah, nobody can see that, and that's not how you do that at all. So you're not even showing me that you're doing it right.
Yes, I am.
No,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to work on it because it is ridiculous.
And by Saturday and Wednesday, Dad's going to be able to go hunt at where, why.
Well, I'm not telling anybody where. You don't give your spots away. That's not how that works. But we did actually, after we hunted yesterday, what did we do?
We went and scouted.
We did. I pulled a public land draw in Mississippi. I mean, the way that they do that is it's public land, it's on a national forest, but March 15th, which is our opening day, which is tomorrow, because we're recording this on Friday the 14th. You'll hear it the same day we're recording this. Tomorrow is opening day for everybody on turkey season. But the way the state does it is March 15th through March 31st, they do limited draw hunts, and I guess a lot of the public land, and then just open access public land starts April 1st. Don't know why they do that, but that's how they do that. So I pulled a public draw for a WMA, not terribly far from us. So me and Joe went and drove around by some back roads yesterday.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty fun. It reminded me of Arkansas.
Yeah, it reminded you of running forest roads and camping up in Arkansas. But I did that, found some really fresh burned area, a whole bunch of...
one log was still smoking.
Yeah, whole bunch of fresh burn. But the problem is, our weather tomorrow, they've like escalated it to like a level 5 threat assessment, or it's something pretty crazy. There could be some pretty severe thunderstorms that you don't want to. I love turkeys and I do some crazy things, but I am not going to go sit underneath a tree in the middle of a lightning and thunderstorm. Not as many trees as I've seen fall in the woods. I'm not trying to get squished tomorrow. So I don't think I'll be riding out to the WMA in the morning. If I wake up and I mean the rain is supposed to start pretty heavily, like around 4 or 5. So I don't even think it'll be a chance to jump out and hear something. But if there is, I'll run out to camp real quick, and then I'll run out to the public land spot Sunday and see. It's a pretty big spot, and I don't have a lot of familiarity with it, so it would kind of be a miracle, in my opinion, if I could get on a bird.
And also, if we lose our whole camp, we can kind of go deer hunt and turkey hunt there whenever it's season.
Joe has finally learned the beauty of public land. We're riding around, and he's like, so we can just hunt this whenever. And I guess I've done a poor job of explaining it to him, because out west we've talked about it a bunch, but we just don't do a ton of it here because there's not as much as there is out west. But we're riding, and he's like, so we can. Oh, that's where it was. We saw a deer yesterday riding around in the burn.
2 deer.
Yeah, a mother and fawn.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, we can come hunt this whenever. And I was like, yeah. So
as long as it's in the season.
Yeah, as long as it's within season. So Joe had a discovery of public land, and he's really excited about it, which is awesome. We'll have to do some more of that. And like you said, if we lose our camp completely, that's where we'll be turkey hunting, and we'll have to do a little more exploring.
Maybe some squirrel hunting too.
Yep, he loves squirrel hunting, even though we didn't even get to do any this year.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
I don't know. Blame it on me. Blame it on me, like you do everything else. It'll be just fine. So, yeah, I mean, we had a pretty full week. We got skunked with turkeys, worked on a couple of the Land Cruisers.
Got a new Land Cruiser?
That was
worked
last week.
on that one?
Yeah, I had to do a couple things of that to get that ready.
Got some the baseball. License plate in for the new car?
Did some baseball. We got more baseball. It's baseball season, so got rained out on practice on Monday and rescheduled for Wednesdays. We had a little Tuesday, Wednesday practice.
Well, we had Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
But Monday got rained out, so that doesn't count.
But we went to Monday one day.
Not this week. We're talking about this week.
I know, and this week we went Monday.
We did not go to baseball Monday. Why do you think we practice on Wednesday? You're not a coach. I am. I know how this goes.
I'm the Suns coach.
You are the Suns coach, but that doesn't mean you know anything at all. That's how that works. So, what else? What else is up? What's going on?
I've been napping some more arrowheads.
Yeah, he's been napping some more arrowheads.
Yeah. Dad's been shot his shotgun at the camp.
Oh, I did. So, we talked about patterning Joe's shotgun, and I forgot my choke. Couldn't find my choke. So I found my choke, and considering opening days tomorrow, I figure I needed to get a few shells downrange. So just shot 2.
To the left?
They were not bad to the left, but I'm probably going to move my...
Still would have really killed the turkey.
Oh, it would have definitely killed the turkey, but I'm probably going to move my red dot just slightly to the right. I'll post some videos of that so people can kind of see the shotgun, see the pattern, kind of what it looks like. I'm using a Weatherby Element turkey. It's a 20 gauge mossy oak bottomland. I had it tapped for a red dot. It's got a some toy mount and a Vortex Venom. Went with the Venom sight because it's the only one I think I could find on Vortex's website. That's
hold this on there.
I did, but people may not watch the Instagram, but might listen to this. So, but yeah, the Vortex Venom is the only red dot I found that stated it was waterproof in the ad as of last year. So I went with that one. Heavy shot choke. I think it's a 573. I'll have to look. And then I'm shooting Apex 3-inch, 1 5/8 ounce. I go between the small town blend, which is 7.5s and 9s, and just straight 9s. Both of them look pretty good on a target. Both of them consistently shot just a couple inches left. So I am going to move my red dot just a little to the right, but still a ton of pattern. Also recorded a little video that I'll post on Instagram showing what rig I'm running. I'm running that new chest rig. It's from Blocker Outdoors. Really cool chest rig. I run it in conjunction with the FHF seat, kind of quick deploy seat. So I have a quick little video that I'll throw on Instagram for that, for anybody interested. If you have not switched to a chest rig, 100%.
I should.
Yeah, 100% love it. Joe wishes he could run one, but he's our
pack mule.
He's our pack mule in his vest. He's carrying our water and our snacks and stuff like that. But
toilet paper, because Dad needs
toilet paper. You can't go in the woods without toilet paper. It's just the fact of life.
Yeah, and you hear Dad saying that.
But when he's not around, I'm able to pack all my snacks and stuff in the chest rig. It's just nice to have somebody else carry it all. He also totes his own umbrella around, his little quick deploy blind. So there's that too.
Oh, and it also has a seat on it.
I've talked about that, the FHF seat. I run it to my belt and then.
No, my seat.
Oh, it has
my
your
seat.
seat. Sorry, yes, he does have a seat, and it's very important when he takes his nap that he has a cushy little seat to sit
A
on.
cushy little tushy.
Yeah, he found him a nice recliner tree. He's discovered what I call the recliner of the woods.
It is so nice.
Tell me about it.
The roots like come out and they act like a little V, and it's like a recliner, and it's comfortable, and you can lean back.
Yeah,
It's my favorite type of tree.
Oh, you get one of those big oaks that have the roots coming out like he's talking about. You dip back into that thing, man. You talk about. He was in one yesterday just to sleeping. It was a beautiful setup, and I wish the turkey would have known that. And the turkeys just weren't turkeying. But
yeah, we did have a really good setup.
Oh, it was beautiful. I could have filmed you. It was great. I was
Dad was on a tree behind me, and I was in front of him with leaves above me.
And we both had a recliner of the woods. Mm-hmm. Very nice oak tree to get in. You nestle in. Those are your any turkey hunter out there knows this tree and knows how much they just love that tree. Mm-hmm. And you know why, but he's just recently discovered the recliner of the woods.
I discovered it about a year ago.
Now when he sits on a pine tree or just a good old tree, he's like, this is uncomfortable. He's a little high maintenance in the woods.
Well, earlier this morning, I was like telling Dad that how uncomfortable it was, but I had a big ball in my back.
He could have just moved. He could have just moved a couple inches to the right, a couple inches to the left. But
to the left, 1 inch, you were next to me. And to the right, there was a big vine. Thank you very much.
The vine. I know.
It was a vine about a few inches thick.
Okay. Well, there were solutions to your problem. But we weren't there for comfort. We were there to get out of the way and just do a little bit of listening without making any movement. We weren't set up to shoot anything. We just got down so we weren't disturbing the woods.
And we also may have seen like a beaver den.
Yeah, Joe got fascinated finding a few trees cut down by beavers.
I didn't know we had beavers.
Even though I've sent him videos of me watching beavers swim in the creek.
When I was like probably 3 years old.
It was September of this year. I watched beavers swim all through the creek while I was bow hunting.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Shows you how much you remember. But yeah, I watched beavers play in the creek. They were just swimming back and forth and flopping around. So yeah, you've seen them. You've known it.
I haven't seen them.
Okay.
In real life.
You've also seen beaver trees down here because when we were back scouting for turkeys across the creek by the gas line, there were a whole bunch of cut down beaver trees, and we walked the actual beaver slide between two sloughs, between the creek and a slough. That was a couple years ago, so you may not remember that.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I know you don't. Otherwise, you wouldn't tell people you never heard of a beaver or seen a beaver out here.
Because I never have physically seen a beaver.
Mm-hmm. So what's the plan? What we got going forward? We really are just now getting kicked off with turkey season.
The plan for now is to find a turkey and go, pow!
Yeah, I'm all for it. I would actually just take a gobble. Like one.
I would also take a gobble.
One gobble would renew my faith in turkeys doing turkey things. That's all I'm looking for right now. I'll worry about killing one once I hear a gobble, but my goal right now is to hear a turkey gobble. That's basically all I got. And regular season starts tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited, except for the weather.
Yeah.
And I've been living off of energy drinks in the morning.
Oh, yeah. I wish he would give me one.
But you can't have one. But the Kill Cliff Flamin' Joe Ignite.
And my name is Joe.
I know, yeah.
So that means I should have one.
The Kill Cliff Flamin' Joe Ignite has been my go-to this week, waking up and getting out here. But no, you don't need energy drink. You're 9.
In the morning at 4 o'clock, I do.
We're not waking up at 4 o'clock. We woke up at 5:30, 5:15 today.
5:15, whatever. I need one because I'm tired.
But you do just fine.
Oh, I'd almost sleep on a tree and bust a turkey.
Well, you do go to sleep, but you'll be fine. But yeah, that's it. Just wanted to do a quick recap of everything that didn't happen this week, which was, I don't know if we can say it more, absolutely nothing.
Dud.
This podcast could have been 35 seconds. Joe's intro, and we just said, nope, No turkeys. But it wasn't, so.
And I would like to reach out to my friends that are supporting us at school, and they have been supporting us. They've been listening to our videos. And yeah, I would just want to say thanks to them.
What's up, friends? Anything else you want to talk about?
Mm-mm.
You ready to wrap it up?
Yep.
All right. Well,
All right.
give me the joke. Give me the joke.
One of my friends taught me this one.
Okay, better be good.
Why is 6 afraid of 7?
Why is 6 afraid of 7? Why?
Because 7, 8, 9.
Oh, that sounds like a joke a 9-year-old would tell. It's better than some of your other ones, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's way better than the one you messed up last week. Judo, no. That's a joke about judo. Anyway, that's all we got. You got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, hopefully,
catch us on the next one.
Hopefully next week we'll have a better one. So
Yep.
we'll talk to y'all later.